No one wakes up one day and realizes they've become someone easily manipulated. It happens gradually, almost silently. First, you give in a little. Then, you swallow something you shouldn't. Before you know it, you've lost your own sense of direction. The most curious thing is that it doesn't start with visible weakness. It starts with small concessions made in the name of peace, love, or good intentions. Why do so many people feel used, even when they believe they are doing the right thing? Because they confuse internal control with external coldness. And why do some people maintain respect in silence while others beg for scraps? Because they understood something simple. No one loses value by setting limits, but they lose everything when they abandon them. Ancient philosophy never promised emotional comfort. It promised clarity. And that changes everything. If this kind of reflection made you think about real-life situations, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who still confuses kindness with weakness. This content only makes sense when shared with those who need to hear it before making the same mistakes again. The first rule is simple: don't chase attention. When you seek answers, gestures, or validation, you give up control over your own peace. Self-control begins when your peace no longer depends on other people's reactions. The second rule is, don't invest energy where there is no respect. Time, effort, and presence are valuable assets that shouldn't be wasted trying to convince someone of your worth. Where there is no return, there should be withdrawal. The third rule requires maturity. Kindness is not submission. Being polite doesn't mean accepting disrespect. Clear boundaries don't drive the right people away. They only filter out the wrong ones. The fourth rule is to master emotional reactions. Provocations only work when they meet impulsiveness. Those who learn to observe instead of react begin to decide with clarity, not anger. The fifth rule often hurts the most. Don't try to save someone who doesn't want to change. Taking on that role drains you, frustrates you, and creates emotional dependency. Every adult carries their own responsibility, and you weren't put here to correct anyone else's path. The sixth rule is, don't trade dignity for instant pleasure. What seems like a win now can be costly later. Self-respect doesn't generate regret. The seventh rule ties everything together. Don't live under the command of others' opinions. External judgments don't build character, don't sustain tough decisions, and don't show up when chaos strikes. True freedom begins when the need for approval loses its grip. In the end, this isn't about becoming insensitive or distant. It's about staying whole. If this content made sense, like, subscribe, and share with someone who still confuses kindness with a lack of boundaries. Here we don't teach arrogance, we teach self-mastery. Those who govern their own minds don't become anyone's fool.